So for today's tutorial, I'm just going to jump right into it. I'm going to do another super quick look. This was actually an accidental look that I did about a week and a half ago. I was in a rush for work. I started putting things on. I didn't really have a plan, just needed to get going, and I actually really like how it turned out. So without further ado, I will get this one started. I will show the products as I go, and then I might mention them afterwards just so you can know once again which ones I used. Hope you enjoy. You've got to give a little, take a little, and let your poor heart break a little. That's the story that's the glory of love. You've got to laugh a little, cry a little, until the clouds roll by a little. That's the story that's the glory of love. As long as there's the two of us, we've got the world and all its charms. And when the world is through with us, we've got each other's arms. You've got to win a little, lose a little, and always have the blues a little. That's the story that's the glory of love. Story that's the glory of love. So for those of you that did not know that song, that was The Glory of Love from the movie Beaches. The products that I've used so far are the Anastasia foundation stick in the shade Shadow. I also used my Milk Makeup lip and cheek in the color Swish. I then used Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in the color Moonstone. When I'm in somewhat of a rush, I actually don't have a preference for powders or creams, but I do find when I'm dabbing quickly, the creams obviously do come in handy. So what I did was I then took the Amethyst Caviar Stick Eye Color from Laura Mercier, and I just very, very messily and very, very haphazardly put that across the bottom section of my lid, my lash line, and then I put it up just a little bit. I'm not necessarily trying to put this right into my entire lid or right to my crease or anything like that, but I just kind of want to drag the color out just so that it looks a little more blended. So that's what I did. And then I quickly took my blending brush. I took my chocolate bar palette from Too Faced. I then took the color Milk Chocolate, which is right here. And I just very quickly put that across the Laura Mercier color. Now, the reason I did that is because I have very oily lids. And I wanted to make sure that I didn't get any transfer or any lines happening between the color and my eyelid and just this region up here. So now, again, I was just getting ready for work quickly, so I once again took my Hourglass Dim Light, and I've hit more than pan on this one if that's possible. I do have, as I've used numerous times before, the ambient lighting palette, and so I do have another smaller dim light in there. Now what I'm doing here is I'm just making a very quick transition color, if you can call it that, because I'm not actually putting another color on, but just between that milk chocolate and the upper part of my eye. Then what I did was I took my lip and cheek color and I just wiped it off with a sanitizing wipe, put that on my lips. I like that as a nice pop of pink. I may just add a little more of that to my actual cheeks after. And for today's video, I had no foundation on, no BB cream. The only thing I had put on my face prior to this was my moisturizer. I'm now going to take my Rimmel powder right here and a big face brush. I'm just going to push everything in. I also put that Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector just on the inner corners of my eyes just to highlight a bit. Again, just pressing everything in. And then aside from mascara, that look is done. As I've mentioned before, I really don't do my brows on a daily basis. I just want to take a little bit of that Shimmering Skin Perfector and take it from there. I might just take the powder a bit, look up, powder a tiny bit under the eyes, and then I will do my mascara. So yes, as I mentioned, I hadn't planned on doing this look that particular day for work, but I really like how it ended up looking, and so I went with it. I think what I will do today for mascara is, that's what I was looking for. I will once again be using my Benefit Bad Gal Bang. In the last tutorial I used my Too Faced Better Than Sex Waterproof. So out of my entire makeup, this is what takes the longest. Because I do like to make sure that I have as much product on my lashes as possible. I find that no matter what, if I do my lashes, I just look a lot more put together. And it's funny because last week when I was sick, the day that I had Meet the Teacher night, unfortunately, I did miss that because I was too sick from my cold. I just had zero energy. And I mentioned to my principal in a meeting that day that I was really, really not feeling great at all. And I said to him, I said, you know, this, because I had done my makeup that day, even though I was feeling awful, I said, this is to cover up how awful I feel right now. I don't want any of the kids to know how ill I feel. And he was quite impressed. So that's a lot when, you know, he once again said later in the day too, how impressed he was by how good I looked. And I'm not talking about beauty or anything like that. What I'm talking about is obviously my makeup did a good job that day of hiding how horrible I felt, because my energy really was at about a 2 out of 10. And I could have taken a sick day, but you know what? I just don't like taking a day that early in the school year. So I was just going closer to the mirror because I see that I have a lash right here that was touching my eyeball. But I think that it would really gross some people out if I were to grab that. So I was trying to grab it with the wand, and I think I may have been successful. So that is it for the look today. I will just put my bangs down and give my face a spray. I like how the lips turn out on this look. And what I will also do is I will throw a little bit of Oyster Girl on top. Sometimes when I leave the house, I'll have one lip color on. I'm sure everyone can relate to that. And then throughout the day, you just grab whatever's in your purse. And I think I've mentioned before that Oyster Girl is one of my favorites. So I do have that in my bag a lot. So I'll just put that on top of here. Again, this is Oyster Girl by MAC. Give that a little spray with my water. And again, this is just, it's in a Clinique bottle because I did have this at one time. It was the Moisture Surge face spray, but it's just water now. And I'll turn my head a few times to the side just so you could see the nice reflective quality that Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector gives in the color Moonstone. If I wanted to add just a pop more color, I could throw the lip and cheek on top of that. It is a cream product. So even though I've just added a little bit of water to my face, and just pat that out, drag it up a little bit, and I think that looks very pretty. So once again, today's song was The Glory of Love that Bette Midler performed in the movie Beaches, one of my all-time favorites. Most of the songs that I refer to on my channel will be my favorites. And Beaches, I can't even. Give this video a thumbs up if you know what I'm talking about, but forever, that movie will hold a place in my heart. And that soundtrack, I played that CD out like nobody's business. Anyways, I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you enjoyed your week and that you have an amazing week ahead. And if you like today's look, please let me know in the comments section down below. Bye.